Greetings, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to TJ's Maths and Further Maths Adventures. In today's presentation, we continue with our solutions to question from WASSCE 2024 Mathematics, Section A, Paper 2, the theory questions. In my previous videos, I've solved question 1, question 2, question 3, and question 4. This is question 5, the last part in the compulsory part, because there are 5 questions in the compulsory, which is section A. From the section A now, there are 5 questions, and each question carry 8 marks. This is the last question from the compulsory part. Come with me as we solve this problem together. The question reads, a basket contains 3 golden marbles, planted marbles, 4 diamond marbles, and some silver marbles, all of the same size and shape. 2 marbles were drawn from the basket at random, one after the other, without replacement. If the probability that the 2 marbles were all silver is 1 divided by 15, we are asked to find the number of silver marbles. The first thing for us to do is to identify this question is from which topic. Of course, this is from one of the interesting topic in both further mathematics and general mathematics. This is probability. This question is from probability. Okay, that's the first thing to do. Okay, we are told that a basket contains 3 gold marbles, 4 diamond, and some silver marbles. We don't know the number of silver inside that basket. Okay, and we know that probability is number of required outcomes divided by the possible total outcomes, or total possible outcomes. Okay, so if let's write down the solution. Probability, we know that number of required outcomes divided by the total possible outcomes. And this is the formula for probability. And the range of our probability is between 0 and 1. Probability should not be less than 0, and probability should not be more than 1. Your answer, you can express your answer in fraction or decimal. Okay, so the range of probability is between 0 less than or equals to p less than or equals to 1. This is the range of your probability. It must be between 0 and 1, inclusive. Probability of, when you have 0, it means probability of failure. When you have 1, probability of success. And probability of failure plus the probability of success must be equals to 1. Okay, so we are asked to find the number of marbles in the basket. Since we don't know, we can say let x be the numbers of what? Silver marbles in that basket. Let x be the number of silver marbles, since we don't know. Okay, so the next thing for us to do is to find the total possible outcome. That's the total sample now. We add the number of marbles. That will be 4 plus the silver, which is x, then plus the gold, which is 3. So total marbles now in that basket now will be equals to, first 3 gold, that will be 3, plus 4 diamond, that will be 4, plus, we don't know the number of silver, we say let it be x, so it will be x, that will be 7 plus x. So total possible outcome is 7 plus x. Okay, so the question now says if the probability that the 2 marbles were all silver is 1 divided by 15. So probability of, since we are picking 2, the question says 2 marbles were drawn, 2. We are picking 2, and another thing here is without replacement. Without replacement, there's a condition here. When you pick, you don't replace it. So there's a condition. We are picking two marbles without replacement. These two keywords here is very important. Okay, if it is three, there's a way we'll solve it. If it is one, there's a way we'll solve it. But in this case, two marbles without replacement. So two marbles mean that and all are what? All are silver. Let's represent it as SS. So we are looking at probability of two marbles that we are what we are drawn from the basket at random after one and without if the probability or if the two marbles now were silver then SS, what will be the probability? So let's this will be equals to probability of picking the first marble now that is silver will be, silver is X. That will be X out of 7 plus X because required outcomes now will be X, then total possible outcome will be 7 plus X. So it will be X divided by 7 plus X. It will be like this. SS, that's multiplication. That's S and S. That's what it means. Probability of picking two marbles. We are all silver. That is S and in probability. That's both S. Both the two marbles are silver. That's both means multiplication. So it will be times. If we are going again to pick this silver that is X, it will reduce by 1 because we did not replace it after picking without replacement. So this X here, it will reduce by 1 divided by, then this total possible outcome as well will reduce by 1. So this will be 7 plus X minus 1. So it will be like this without replacement. The number of required outcomes will reduce by 1 and total possible outcomes will reduce by 1 because without replacement. Okay, so let's work on this. And we are told from the question that this probability of these two marbles that are silver is equals to 1 over 15. The probability is 1 over 15. Let me write it here. This is equals to 1 over 15. So we can easily find X, which is the number of the silver marbles in the basket. So let's clean here so that we can solve for X. We're looking for X now. Okay, so we can resolve this. Say the probability of picking two marbles that are silver is 1 over 15. We can easily find X now. Let's write it here. This will be X divided by 7 plus X multiplied by X minus 1 divided by, we can say 7 minus 1, that will be 6. That will be 6 plus X all in bracket will be equals to 1 divided by 15. This is the probability of picking. It's given already. So we can find the LCM and clear this fraction if we want, or we can multiply first, or we can say X times the whole of this. That will be X into X minus 1 divided by 7 plus X times 6 plus X will be equals to 1 divided by 15. So we can easily do it this way. That's X will multiply the whole of this, then this will multiply the whole of this. Then we can cross multiply at this point. 15 times the whole of this, that will be 15x into x minus 1. That will be equals to 7 plus x in bracket open again 6 plus x. So we can clear the bracket here and expand on the right hand side. So 15x times x, that will be 15x squared. 15x times minus 1, that will be minus 15x. This will be equals to, let's expand. 7 times 6, that will be 42, plus 7 times x, that will be 7x. X times plus 6, that will be 6x, plus x times x, that will be x squared. So, of course, this is quadratic equation. This will lead to quadratic equation because the leading power is 2. So, let's rearrange because quadratic equation is of the form ax squared plus bx plus c equals to 0, given that a will not be equals to 0, or a will never be equals to 0, because if a is equals to 0, it will turn this equation to be linear. Okay, so let's rewrite this in that form. So this will be 15. Before we do that, yes, this will be 15x squared. We have x squared here plus x squared. Cross equals sign, it will be minus x squared. Then we have minus 15x Before we have 7x plus 6x here. That will be 13x. So let's transfer 13x here. That will be minus 13x. Uh, then we have 42. That will be minus 42 equals to 0. Okay, 15x squared minus x squared. This will be 14x squared. Then minus 15x minus 13x. That will be minus 28x minus 42 equals to 0. So this is quadratic equation. So we can use either factorization method, completing the square method, or formula method as the case may be. Another time again, we can reduce this. Yes, we can divide through by 14, can we? Yes, we can divide through because 14 is a factor of 28. Let's check, is 14 factor of 42 times 3? Yes. So let's divide through by 14 to reduce this. Divide this by 14, divide this by 14, divide this by 14. 14 will divide this, will be left with x squared minus 14 here 1. 14 into 28, that will be 2. So we'll be left with 2x minus 14 here 1. 14 into 42, it will be 3 equals to 0. So we can easily factorize now. So let's factorize to find the value of x, which is the number of the silver marbles in the basket. So two factors of, first we multiply the first term by the last term. We are using factorization method now. That will be minus 3x squared. Two factors of minus 3x squared, that will give us minus 2x. Of course, it will be minus 3x plus x. So this will be x squared minus 3x plus x minus 3 equals to 0. So we can group this. Let's group this and factor out. What is common here is x into x minus 3. What is common here is plus 1 into x minus 3 equals to 0. You realize that what we have in the bracket are the same. So we can pick one. So we have x plus 1 in one bracket, then x minus 3 in another bracket equals to 0. Equals to 0 means either of these is equals to 0. Okay? So either x plus 1 is equals to 0 or x minus 3 is equals to 0. So this will be x plus 1 equals to 0 or x minus 3 equals to 0. X now will be minus 1 or x equals to 3. And since the value of x will never or cannot be negative, so therefore we conclude that x is equals to 3. The conclusion now is, since the number of silver marble cannot be negative, since the numbers of silver marbles cannot be what? Negative. Cannot be negative. Since it cannot be negative, therefore x is equals to 3. So the answer is 3. So we can say 3 silver marbles. So there were what? There were 3 silver marbles in the basket. So we are asked to find the number of silver marbles. So 3 is the answer to this problem. Thank you for watching. Please do share this to your learned colleagues, and don't forget to subscribe to my uh, YouTube channels for more interesting videos. In my previous video, in my next video rather, I will solve question 6, question 7, 8 to 13. Thank you for watching.